Hey, Irv, when we talked with Clint Kubiak the other day, he just talked about being impressed about how you came back. Was there anything different in your offseason approach, knowing that you would kind of change roles this year to that starting tight end spot?
I feel like this off season, each off season's it's great. Just having that time to mentally sit down and kind of rewind and look back on the past season, and then go over your goals for this next season. So, for me, I've been training with my trainer Nat since high school, and so kind of just we after the season we just talked and broke down. Okay, what do I really want to improve on? What do I need to get better on? And obviously work on the other things. But it was just awesome having that time to just be at home with my family, and just have that extra time to really notch in and get to it.
Andrew,
Hey,
then
Irv,
Courtney.
hey, Irv, what are your expectations this year? I know Mike Zimmer had said earlier that you still had a role, obviously, when Kyle Rudolph was here, but without him here, what changes for you?
Definitely, I feel like my role is obviously going to increase, which I wanted, and I just want to help this team make plays. I mean, in any way possible. I'm confident in myself in the run game. I'm confident in myself in the pass game, and I feel like our coaches are as well, and Coach Perriani and Coach Clint. They're going to do a great job of just getting us ready and calling those plays and dialing it up to whoever to get us the ball.
Courtney, then Dane.
I wanted to go into that a little bit deeper because I know Mike Zimmer said, that you already had a big role last year and that he really didn't anticipate it changing all that much. But with Kyle gone, obviously you're the starting tight end. You take on that role. 3 years in now, knowing what you know about playing the position in the NFL, what do you have to do for yourself to grab hold of that role and be successful in it where you're playing, an entire, starters minutes, starters workload, all 17 games this season?
For sure. Going back to the off season, like kind of we had talked about it. Just having that time, I feel like for sure, for me, knowing okay, I'm gonna be the starter. You know what I'm saying? Knowing okay what to expect. So now, obviously the workload is gonna be increased. I need to be running. I'm working hard, but it's obviously just gonna keep going up and keep going up. So for me, I just take every role what it is, and I just try to make the most out of every opportunity. And Coach Zim, he's done a great job, obviously, implementing me in these past 2 years. But definitely, I feel like my role will increase, and it is increasing.
Dane, then Sam.
Or if you could think back to your rookie year and just, how much there was to learn, just how much more comfortable do you feel and more confident do you feel in the offense now compared to back then when you were kind of trying to crash course and everything?
Yeah, I feel very comfortable out there. This is my third year in this offense, and Coach Perriani, he's putting me in every spot possible. I mean, in this offense, it's really cool because you can line guys up all over the place. So just finding in on the details and every learning the whole concept, not just okay, what do I have on this play or this play. Now it's okay, what do I if I was out here, what would I do? Or what I'm saying, just trying to break it down in details and so I can just go out there and play fast.
Sam, then Don.
Yeah, Irv, you and Tyler Conklin had a lot of production when you played together late last season. Just how do you think you guys complement each other, and what have your impressions of him been?
I'm very, very excited about me and Conk together out there. Conk he's a great player, great guy, on and off the field, and I feel like as a tight end, you want to be able to move and you want to be able to not only be a threat in the pass game but in the run game as well. And I feel like me and Conk are one of the best at doing that. So just with that being said, I'm very excited about me and him playing together and having this opportunity.
Irv,
Don, then Dane.
in terms of being a vocal leader now that you're the guy, um, do you feel like you now have more permission to be yourself? Are you that vocal leader, or how do things change for you that way?
I feel like I've always kind of like I always try to be myself. I mean, at the end of the day. But in terms of leadership roles, for sure, Rudy was a big leader in the tight end room and on this team. So, I just try to learn from guys like that, and just be myself out there, and lead by example for sure.
Dane, then Courtney.
Irv, with Kyle gone, do you put more pressure on yourself to be that guy and be the guy who can produce? There's a lot of pass catchers across the board, but like, do you put more pressure on yourself this year, knowing you kind of moved up a rank on the depth chart?
For sure. I mean, I'm always hard on myself in terms of production, and in terms of making the most out of my opportunities. But I know obviously my opportunities are gonna go up. So just trying to just take it day by day, really, and every time the ball is up in the air, or if every route I'm running or every block I need to make, I'm gonna do my best to make it.
This is just an observation from when we've seen you the 2 times at OTAs, but you look bigger. I mean, granted, you're far away on the field, so maybe that's wrong. But like, have you put more muscle on? Have you put more weight on? Do you feel like physically from year 2 to where you are year 3, what's changed, if anything?
For sure. I feel like diet is definitely something that's not really talked about too much. I think it's very key. And for me, just being home in New Orleans this off season, my cousin, she's about to graduate from Tulane and be a registered dietitian. And so she's calculated all of my meals exactly. Okay, you need this much protein, you need this many calories, you need this. So, and it's just having that, like, it's just awesome. You don't have to worry about, okay, what am I gonna eat today, or anything. And then the work always comes first in that sense. I mean, getting bigger, faster, stronger, being the best version of yourself possible.
How does that make you feel on the field? Like, how's it felt kind of running around now that you're kind of watching what you eat and all that kind of stuff? Does that make a difference that you can feel?
Most definitely makes a difference. I mean, you're not sluggish out there. You don't feel heavy or slow. A lot of times after you eat, you kind of get tired. But when you're eating healthy and eating the proper things, it's like fuel for your car. You putting the best gas in you.
How do you go about watching what you eat in New Orleans?
It's tough for sure. I mean, you gotta have your cheat meals here and there. Get some crawfish, a shrimp po' boy or something. One of those things. But for the most part, my family eats pretty healthy, so that helps. It's not like I'm eating the healthy food, and my family's over here eating fried shrimp and all this, and making me feel bad. So it's cool having their support in terms of a healthy lifestyle as well.
Speaking of New Orleans culture, I know it's been a couple months since we've seen the gritty on the field and all that. I know Justin's in Fortnite now. That's a part of it. As someone who's from the city and sees that, blowing up in college football all over the NFL, what would you say is like kind of that New Orleans influence? It feels like to an outsider that has its tentacles all over the NFL, and we're seeing it everywhere, like specifically 504, everything that like you grew up in.
No, most definitely. It's New Orleans. It's like a place. If you've ever been there, it's like a place like no other. And we got a lot of flavor, and we just bring our own little sauce to it. And Lil Gritty, he went to what school? I think Easton, but he started the dance, and then with Jets it just blew up. Like, and I feel like that's a lot of things with New Orleans in terms of like dances or sayings and stuff. It's just catchy, and we try to be trendsetters in a sense of starting your own thing and not being a follower. So it's just cool, like seeing that stuff and seeing people from my city, and growing up watching these dudes, and now getting their own platform in a sense.